A haircut says a lot, but it can be more than just a haircut. The feeling that you get whenever you walk out of the barbershop and you feel 10 pounds lighter, or you feel completely refreshed into a new individual. And here we take that pretty heavy on us, because for us, it's not just giving somebody a haircut. It's about the whole entire interaction that they have whenever they're in here. Being able to open up and talk and just let loose a little bit and let us do our thing, so that we can get them looking as best as possible for whenever they walk out that door. So if it's for them to go to their prom, or if it's for their wedding, whatever it is, that we're going to do the best job that we possibly can.
This summer, I had a guy stop me, and I guess he must have realized I looked like a Maberry. And I was way off. I mean, I was nowhere around this part of the country. And the guy stopped me and he said, hey, are you a Maberry? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh my gosh, Maberry's Barbershop in Lamar. And he's like, I've had my hair cut by 4 generations of Maberrys. And that's a really special thing whenever people talk about the years and years and years that, the barbershop has had such a dedicated customer base.
It's old school. You come in, first come, first serve, walk-ins only. You get a hot lather neck shave after each haircut, and I think that's what sets apart old school barbershops compared to the franchises.
It's just an old school barbershop. That's what I like about it. It's laid back. It's no appointments. You just come in, wait your turn. You're in and out. It's no styling show, We're not like the people on TikTok that are doing these crazy cuts and styling, and it's just an old school atmosphere.
It's always been a very good business, and a lot of other shops come in and compete with us, and then they go out, and we always seem to have the best clientele.
This community's home. I was born and raised here. It's been a barbershop since 1919. Old saying is, if it's not broke, don't fix it, Just truly, this place is so well established with great customers that come in here. They know what a good haircut is. That's the reason that they come back.
So I've been coming here ever since I was 16 years old. I'm 63. For 5 years, I lived 5 hours from here. But I got my hair cut here every time I got it cut. Just made sure I was here on a Saturday morning to come get it cut. I've got 2 daughters, and they both are married now. And in both instances, I got haircuts like a few days before their wedding. I didn't have to worry about it being screwed up. I knew what I was going to get.
Tell me about your journey as a barber. Walk me through your start, and how you got to where you are now.
Okay, well, I went in to get a haircut before my wedding, and I had to wait an hour and a half for my haircut. And when I got in the chair, I asked the guy, I said, does nobody else want to be a barber? Are you looking for barbers? And he's like, nobody wants to be a barber anymore. So with me and him talking, we kind of made a plan, and I went to barber school. I wasn't making no money. We couldn't get the people in, and it was just a little one-chair shop. I was there by myself. Big Al, Dylan's grandpa, he came to that barber shop one day and said, hey, I need some help. I'm gonna be by myself before too long, and I want you to come in and work with me. And that's what led me here. And that was 13 years ago. I
was just needing a barber, and I didn't know of anybody, so I thought of Brooks. I went driving around through Carthage, and he was sitting out on the steps. I said, hey, You want to come and work for me? So,
he's a great dad. I mean, he's always been there for me, and he always listens, and sometimes he can be hard on me, but I mean, he's just doing it because he loves me and he wants to make sure I don't act like an idiot.
When I started barber school, my son wasn't even in the picture. It was after I started barber school that we found out that we were going to be parents, and I actually, 6 months into my barber school, we found out that there was complications in the pregnancy. I had to postpone my barber school for about a month, so it took me an extra month to finish it up. He was born at, I believe it was 29 weeks and weighed 1.9 pounds. And cutting his hair the first time, it was nerve-wracking, you know, because I was, you know, a year out of barber school, basically, when I cut his hair the first time. But I did cut it into a mullet because it was easiest. I didn't have to cut a lot of hair, just on the sides a little bit and off the top a little bit. Compared to now, I don't know. It's crazy to know that. The crazy part about it is knowing that my dad and my grandpa got their haircuts in here, and then all of a sudden it's for full circle to where I got my haircut in here as a little kid. My son gets his haircut in here. It's just, I mean, it's nice. Yeah, I adore the kid.
Well, yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's cool to have your dad be a barber. I mean, one perk about it, I do get my haircuts free, which I like that, because he's charging, if he would charge me, it'd be like $15 a haircut. He's always been a good barber, and I've always trusted him with my hair. And I mean, and he listens to me. Like, if I tell him I want to do something to my hair, he'll be like, okay. And then maybe if he doesn't agree, he'll try leaning me in a different way and just talking to me about my hair. But I've always liked that he's always done that.
Honestly, knowing that I had been in here for so long, 13 years, 7 years or so before these guys, Dylan and Sam, came in, knowing that a lot of my customers that used to sit in my chair now sit in their chair, and that was a tough pill to swallow.
There you go, sir. You're welcome. Thank you.
Have a good day. Not throwing no shade at Dylan or Sam because they do a good job, but just knowing that these are guys that I've cut in the past. Like I was used to cutting their hair, but now they're not sitting in my chair anymore. They're sitting in their chair. That was tough. Most of it up the other day.
That was for me.
For today? Okay.
I didn't figure that you wanted to come in Saturday. Get it?
I mean, I've got, speaking of which, I do have one key with
Don't sweat it. I know it's in good hands.
So I don't know where it's at if it's not there.
Don't be afraid to stop by.
Oh, I won't. I need haircuts. I still don't trust many of them to do my haircut.
I was in machine shop in high school. I just knew I wanted to do something with my hands when I got out because I'm not a book smart kind of guy. I don't really enjoy that kind of stuff. Didn't want to go to college. And one night my parents they brought up something about becoming a barber. And so I looked into barber schools and like what they make for a salary roughly, and it's kind of how I decided. I just kind of said screw it, went for it, and here I am. When me and Dylan were in barber school, they had a lady quit in here. And of course, Big Al already had a job lined up for Dylan, but whenever she quit, he called Dylan and said, does Sam want a job here whenever you guys graduate? And of course, I accepted that to stay in my hometown.
Him and Dylan was going to barber college at the same time, and I could use both of them, so I said, bring Dylan with you, if he wants to.
So, I thought that'd be nice, and, someone really couldn't afford a basketball goal and wanted one for their kids, would maybe want it for free. And then it turned into a comedian session, so I just deleted it and tore it apart. I'm going to take it to the dump.
I definitely get made fun of a lot. My brain works faster than my mouth does, so I'll mix words up and they catch a lot of crap. But no, there's always a lot of crap being dealt in here, with good customers, and they'll come in and start giving us crap. It's always fun.
Anyone that described him to me was spot on whenever they said that he was made of gold. He was just everything that you could have ever needed. He's honest, he's caring, genuine. He's just the most down-to-earth guy, and he is really just a raw guy. Like he'll say it like it is. He's pretty blunt, but also like he's pretty compassionate.
She's definitely a great person, which I don't know. Whenever I had met her, I was in my bachelor days, kind of on a downhill slide, so it was definitely good for me to run into her. She's turned me around a lot from where I was heading to where I am now.
We were shooting skeet at his mom and dad's, and we were playing knockout, and I did not want to get out because I'm a very sore loser. And I said, hurry, load up. He wanted to load my gun for me. I said, honey, I know how to load a gun. You just watch out, give me the bullets, and I'll put them in there. He's like, I'll do it for you. Well, we were playing knockout, so I didn't want to get thrown out or whatever, and it was my turn coming up. I said, hurry, load him up. Come on, load my gun. And I turn around, and he is shaking this ammo box, and out falls a ring box, and he was so nervous. He opens it upside down, and he's shaking like a leaf, and no words, nothing comes out of his mouth. I'm like, I think this is the point where I say yes, but you've not asked me a question, so I'm just gonna sit here.
I even tried to drink, about 4 to 6 beers before to take the nerve off. Didn't work. I got it all planned out when to do it. Dropped the ring out of the shotgun shell box that it was hiding in. Dropped it on the ground, then I picked it up, and of course it was upside down when I opened it because of all of it. And I got 0 words out except for, so yeah.
You blow kisses? Blow kiss? She's like, I've never seen that kind of camera before. This time it's an iPhone.
Give mama kisses.
Time kiss. As a dad, he really is very caring. I mean, he's very kind with Harvey. He likes to roughhouse a little bit, but I think she does too. So.
Say bye.
I love you.
Can you say bye?
Mwah.
Wave. Say.
She is crazy, but she's fun. Sometimes, you know, they're kids. You want to smack them. Sometimes she acts like her mom.
Sure.
But no, she's a blast. She's... Wouldn't want her in any way, that's for sure.
No, we did not settle on those names.
I thought we did. It sounded like it the other night.
I don't think we did.
Grace likes Granger. And...
Granger's cute. Wild.
Also, what are you hoping for? Boy or girl?
Oh my gosh. Sam really wants a boy. I don't care either way. I think Harvey would be a good big sister to a little sister.
You're such a good girl dad. I think if we have a second girl, you'll be fine. Maybe you're just meant to be a girl dad. Maybe I am. I can't predict the future, but I would really love to have a boy.
Sure.
I need that second excuse whenever I'm bored and be like, hey, we're going golfing, and since I'm taking my son, then I can't really say anything.
First of all, I thought he was like well into his 30s whenever I first met him. Just fine. However, I was only 20, so I was like, you're not the type for me or whatever. And then he told me he was a barber, and I was like, a what? You're a barber? How, like, so you really are like living an old man's life in a young man's body. Like, why? I'm just so shocked. I actually don't think I had ever met a barber at that point because, I mean, I'm a girl. I don't go to the barber.
Your wife would kill you. Yeah, same burger than I am.
Good.
I need my glasses to see. But never had any complaints.
Does that work?
Yep, that'll do.
I'm sure whenever Sam's at work, it doesn't feel like work. I mean, yeah, standing on your feet all day and having to keep up conversation with all the people, I'm sure it kind of gets old, but like working next to your best friend, I don't think that you can beat that, so.
We're doing the usual?
Yeah. Got that 2000 Tahoe rust everywhere.
The rolls, yeah. Oh, it's good most times. Sometimes, you know, I might have woke up on the wrong side of the bed and he'll hit me with some smart comment first thing in the morning. We'll start off on a good page, but it's all fun and games most of the time.
I put a bumper sticker on a Porsche.
You think you're a Porsche? Living with Sam, I got to live with him after barber school even. Truly, Sam was my backbone through the whole entire deal. There was times, you know, that it's definitely hard because I moved away from my hometown that I grew up in and that I lived in my whole entire life, and truly he was there the whole entire time to support me and help me get through the deal. Even though it wasn't a long period, it sure felt like it was a long period, only being 7.5 months. But it was definitely a friendship that I'll hold on to for my whole entire life, and can't thank him enough for being there for me.
We definitely spend more time with each other than we do with any other buddies between working, and somehow I still put up with him on Mondays and we hang out and go do dumb stuff.
Sam was a huge part of like when the boys were little and stuff. Like he would come over to my mom's house with Dylan after work sometimes and hang out with the boys, and you know, and so that was really awesome because like he was just a part of our life and part of our story, and huge supporter. And Dylan and I like working and getting to where we're at and stuff, and so I love Sam and Dylan together.
Are you going to play t-ball this year? You don't think you're going to play t-ball?
Mom, I got socks and underwear.
You must be on an auditor.
I am.
I mean, actually think that yes.
Alright, I just told your mom to get here.
What do you think? Good? Okay. I actually dreaded the decision for a long time, going in high school, and whenever I was going to college for a year, I had no intention on becoming a barber, working in here, none at all. I went on a mission trip to Liberia, Africa, and it really opened up my eyes, and I realized that college just wasn't the right suit for me, but I loved interacting with people. That was the best decision that I could have done, was go on to barber school and to be able to experience everything and be able to be in here and cut hair every single day.
You can't wear out. Just chase that ball all day.
Let me get your beard.
I knew with Dylan's persona, the way he was with people, he's got such an outgoing personality. I was very confident that if he could figure out how to cut a decent head of hair, he'd do really good with the public side of things and dealing with customers and stuff like that. So I was very happy to hear his decision that there's going to be a 4th generation barber in the family.
Playing in the snow? No? Feeding cows?
Yeah.
Were they hungry? My first real memory whenever I was a kid walking in here, I loved every minute of it. I got to see my grandpa. He was in here. He was cutting hair, and every experience with him has always been just such a good one. And I got to see everybody interact with him and say, "Hey, Big Al, how are you?" And I always Big Al was my grandpa.
When Dylan was a kid, were you always kind of pushing for him to maybe be a barber?
No. Did I? No.
It was never something you wanted to force on him.
Probably his dad even told him it probably wasn't a good idea, didn't he, or not?
Everybody steered me away.
Yeah.
But he did it anyway.
He did it anyway. Thank God, he did it anyway. Now he's owner. And hopefully, maybe some other grandkid will take over. Or great-grandkid.
Whenever my wife now brought in my boys to get their first haircut, that was probably the icing on the cake for me. They're 7 years old now, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. They really made me realize just how special that this place is, and this was the whole connection between my wife and myself.
I was a single mom with 2 boys, so the twins, and they needed their haircut. The only person that I knew at the time had on social media was Sam. I went in, got her haircut, and then I added Dylan because I had another message the next time I needed to get his haircut. And then I messaged Dylan the next time. I was like, "Hey, what time are you open today? I need to get the boy's haircut again." And he's like, "Oh, we're open at this time, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So that was actually during the Lamar Fair. Well, they're closed during the Lamar Fair. Didn't know that. So he opened the barbershop up just to give my 2 boys a haircut. So I didn't realize that at the time. I didn't know that was a special thing, and that he was giving me special treatment or gave me a discount at the time, because he also gave me a discount that I was not aware of. Apparently he did. So that's kind of where we started, and then it just kind of went from there. more frequent messages.
You know, she's just been an outstanding human being that every single day she asks me, hey, how was your day? How was work? And I get to have her as my backbone at all points in time, that is constantly striving to make me the best individual that I possibly can be. And there's definitely struggles with this business, dealing with back pain and knee pain and that kind of stuff. And she's always been the one to point me in the right direction of trying to get stuff taken care of, making sure that I am going to the chiropractor regularly and just staying on top of myself so that I can be the best that I can be.
I am most proud of the role he stepped into. Like, he didn't have to. Being a parent in general is a big step. And you make that choice and you go into that. And you know that. And you go into it and you're like, yes. That was a choice that he could have made or not. Like, when he met me, he knew that I had the boys. And he could have easily said, nope. And he could have left. But he didn't.
All right, come here. Come here, come here, come here. Come here, come here, come here. Come here.
You know, they can do whatever that their heart desires. And I'm kind of just going to leave it at that. They can be whatever they want to be, and they know that their mom and I and the rest of our family and friends, they'll support them in any decision that they make. Yeah, sure, would I love to see this be passed on to another generation, 100%. But if it doesn't happen, so be it.
Waylon loves the idea of it. Waylon used to, so we actually, when they were little, we bought them like a little fake barber kit thing. They loved to pretend to be barber when they were little and stuff. And Waylon would like bring his dog into the barbershop and like set it into Sam's chair or whatever chair was open. Most of the time it was Sam's at the time. And he would put in Sam's chair and he would spray it and he would like pretend to cut the hair and everything and stuff. And so like, he thought it was so cool. And he still thinks it's super cool and he loves it. Boy's got a little ADHD. I don't know if he could stand behind a chair all day long.
Hey, jump on your skateboard, okay? Jump on it. Our shoulders are square to him. We step and we make a strong throw. Waylon, hit him.
It's really, really special having them at this age to help bring in more clients by just being friends with kids. It's a hard occupation to be in because you do miss out on opportunities of ball games and just hanging out with them on the weekends, and just it's kind of a tough schedule to be able to deal with. But truly, if they want to be in here and they want to work, we'll gladly take them.
You better be working on baseball. You better be working.
The proudest moment for me on Dylan is definitely the way that he's such a family man. He's wonderful with his wife and he's got some amazing sons, and so that's definitely my proudest moment of everything. Of course, my proudest moment of all was whenever he got baptized and gave his life to Jesus Christ. But for business-wise, just now watching him run the business that he does, the other guys that work in the shop, I think he treats them very fair and seems to be a great businessman, I do believe.
He's grown into a great man, yes. He's doing a great job.
I'm proud. I love when, since I teach second grade, like the kids were like, oh, your husband cut my hair. And like they come to school and they tell me that and they're so excited and like, oh, Miss Maberry's husband cut my hair and I'm gonna go see your husband tonight and stuff. And so it's really fun to hear that and makes me happy.
It's a legacy of friendships, serving your community, just being really devoted to your community. You get a haircut, doesn't mean that it's just a haircut. It means that, you're investing into every single relationship. Everybody that walks into that door, it's an opportunity to invest into them, to pour out to them. So just being able to care about everybody would probably be the thing that I would say is the most important aspect of being in the barbershop.